You know, here's the funny thing about conspiracy theories, man. As outrageous and insane as some of them are, they're all have this. They all have this type of character to them. I guess I don't know. They hold entertainment, man, and it's funny, man, because I watch a lot of conspiracy theories for the entertainment of it. Half of them, or hell, most of them, I don't believe. A lot of them do have a lot of backed up evidence, a lot of solid ass evidence, that kind of makes it hard to not believe. But most of them are fucking insane, man. Absolutely crazy and shit. And some of them are really, really, really like, what do they say? Uncomfortable to even fucking hear about, whether it be fake or not. It's like, it takes you into thoughts you don't want to have. Like imaging shit like that in your head while listening to this story on YouTube that some random guy is fucking telling you that it's true, that he says it's true or some shit like that, man. It's crazy, man. One thing about conspiracy theories, I always watch it, man. Me and my brother, who always, every time he comes around, man, we go on fucking conspiracy theory hunting, but more so on historical shit than anything. Because I'm a history nut, man. I love fucking history. That was one of my favorite subjects in school. But I love specific time periods and shit. And more than anything about history, I love mythology. So I guess that shit kind of goes hand in hand for some reason. Like, I'm not one of those for that loves fucking, any conspiracy that comes my way and shit. A lot of shit I'll call bullshit on if I see it, man. But, I feel like everybody likes to dabble in that shit every once in a while to at least get a thrill out of it. Some of them are like completely overbearingly serious, and I try to stay away from those. I try to stay towards the entertaining ones, the fun ones, aliens and shit like that, and like history and stuff like that. But the one crazy thing about conspiracy theories and whatnot that I always thought about, well, not always, but I recently started thinking about, like, what the fuck, what really drags people to want to look up conspiracy theory? What has people so hooked on knowing conspiracy theories? And I started to think, and like, I'm no psychiatrist or, scientist or anything like that. I'm not a neurologist. I don't know the human brain like that and shit like that. But what I think, at least from my opinion, in my perspective, what gets people engaged into stuff like conspiracy theories, that type of form of entertainment, is the thrill in it. Like, take for instance a horror movie or the horror genre, period, whether it's any form of entertainment such as film or novels and stuff like that, books and all that. We look at that shit, especially film, so we can get a thrill out of it. We know it's fiction. Well, most of it is. A lot of shit is based on a true story now, but have always been. But we get a thrill out of it. That's why we go see horror movies that are actually good or that we think are going to be good, because we get a thrill out of it. It puts us on the edge, and it has us shook. And there's this sort of feeling you get within you that makes that shit feel addictive, I guess. It's sort of the same thing with addictions and shit, like dopamine in our head and whatnot. It causes us to become addicted to something like gambling or fucking and stuff like that, It's where nymphomaniacs start developing and shit. And it's funny, man. It's crazy how that works, but all that stuff comes from the brain at first. And in that same subject, like horror movies is how, we really start engaging in those and like them for the fact that they thrill us. It goes hand in hand with things we do in our daily life. Like, some people find really, really real pleasure in stuff like art, looking at paintings, looking at scenery, all that stuff. It excites us. Every human being on this planet has something that engages them, that makes them feel good or makes them feel like they're living on edge or has a rush or a thrill and stuff. Everyone looks for a thrill. Some people have different thrills. Some people have sick and twisted thrills. You know what I'm saying? Like the fucking, and I've been watching documentaries on Netflix and shit. Like these serial killers, they get a lot of them get a kick out of this shit just for the rush that they feel, which is crazy. You know what I'm saying? You sit there and you watch that shit. Like, how can a person even think like this? You like shit like this. This is what entertains you and whatnot. This is what drives you. But that's all a part of the how their mind frame is, their mental state and stuff. And man, it's insane. It's crazy, but sickly and twisted in that manner for whatever fucking reason, you know? But I'm straight so far away from conspiracy theories. But yeah, the main reason why I have always look them up is because I want to be entertained by them. Like half of them, if not more, I don't fucking believe in none of that shit. But it's just the fact that there's always this little piece in your brain, no matter who you are, when you watch shit like this, you're like, man, that shit, you know, what if it is real, you know? And that part has you shook. And then when you come to find out and come to realize that some of them are, you know, do turn out to be real or revealed or whatever to be real, then that shit really has you shook and it really drives you more to go and search for more conspiracy theories. I try to keep my conspiracy theory research and shit right on YouTube, man, in the form of videos. I don't like going on websites and shit that talk about that type of shit. I'm not with that. But I like research and shit like aliens and all that, UFOs, and, you know, all sorts of crazy shit. But, hey, man, it's just what it is, I guess. People love conspiracy theories. People love shit like creepypastas, which are like, almost all of them are fucking fake. They're all stories. Well, I don't know for sure. I don't know. I'm just talking. Who knows? But yeah, man, it's crazy. Our minds love thrills. We love the thrill of things. We love the rush, the edge, you know, just like going on roller coasters or bungee jumping out of off a fucking bridge or some shit, or climbing a gigantic mountain. Even though that's all physical activities, man, it still gives you that rush. And that's what people look for, you know. Some people look for it deeper than others, and that's when you end up with crazy motherfuckers, psychotic people, and shit like that, because they want to rush no matter what the means be, no matter what it takes. Let me get this feeling going because it's what makes me feel this way. Whatever, man. This shit is it's insane. It's crazy. The human body and especially the brain. The human brain is absolutely incredible on what it can do, what it can think, and how it can react with itself. That shit is, it's crazy, man. It's crazy.